Hello there, welcome back. This is video 2 and we should be able to wrap it up here. We're on number 7 in the notes. I'm going to talk you through number 7, then I'm going to ask you to do number 8 on your own. I just want to talk through one more here. If you watched the previous video, you might have already finished this particular page, but we have 4 times 2x plus 1. So what that means is we have 4 groups of 2x plus 1. Okay, so let's draw one group of 2x plus 1. Okay, I've got x, got an x. And we got a plus 1. Whoops, put the x in there. And plus 1. So that's one group of 2x plus 1. I'm going to cheat because I can. You need to draw 4 of those groups. Actually, I'm going to draw my circle around it. Then I'm going to cheat if it'll let me here. Of course, it's different at home. I'm going to select all of that. You need to go ahead and draw another group. And now I can do my cheating. That's one group right there. Okay, there's another group. I'll group this together here. You can watch me create. Let's see, group that up. All right, now copy it. Now I'll draw another one. All right, there's 3 groups, right? 1, 2, 3, and I need one more group. I'll just let him sit over there on the side because you're probably out of space. So if I asked you to simplify, what is 4 times 2x plus 1? To simplify it means tell me the most simple form. How many x's do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8x plus 4. Okay, so 4 times 2x plus 1 equals 8x plus 4. Now, some of you may have already noticed a fast way to do this without drawing the pictures, but I don't care. I still want you to draw the pictures at this point. We're going to reinforce that visual part of your brain. You need it. Okay, there is a trick to do that. But again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 2x plus 1, which gives me 8x plus 4. All right, hit the pause button now and try number 8. Draw the picture and then write your final answer like this at the bottom of the page, and then come back and I will reveal the answer for you. So hit pause and come right back. Hello, I hope you're back now, and obviously you're back if you hear that. I hope that you did that question. I hope you actually paused it, tried it. You should have an answer down here, a final answer. What that would be simplified. Like over here, we had 8x plus 4. That's the answer. You should have an answer here that says 2 times negative 4x plus 3 equals something. That's what you should have on your paper already. Okay, here comes the big unveil. All right, watch this. I did a little bit differently. What you should have identified, watch this. This is great. You should have identified that there are, look at that, 2 groups of 4x plus 3. All right, you figured that out first, and then you draw one picture that should have looked something like that. Here's group number 1. Look at that. It's like magic, isn't it? Not sure if you think for a moment, you can see how I did that. I have one group of 4x plus 3. I think I said minus 1 earlier. Negative 4x plus 3. All right, that's one group, but we need 2 groups, so you should have done that twice. And there is group 2. I didn't write down 2 there, but that's my group number 2. So the final answer would come down to, get a bigger eraser here, 2x plus negative 4. 2 times negative 4x plus 3 equals negative 8x plus 6. So the answer is that right there. That's the answer to that question. Okay, hopefully you got it. If not, get it down correctly, please. A little strange thing happens on number 9, though. This says groups of negative 2. All right, well, it still means 2 groups, but here's what happens is that negative sign, all right, the negative just means, all right, just means switch the signs. of that and that. Because if you think about it, if I had two groups of x minus 3, I would actually have one blue and 3 reds. But the negative sign means just switch those signs around. Instead of doing blue, do the opposite. Okay, so instead of doing 2 groups, you do the opposite of 2 groups. So here's what happens on that. Instead of drawing, like you're probably thinking, draw a square and put an X in it, but since it's the opposite sign, you're actually going to do a negative X. Alright, so it's negative X. Because of that negative sign, it just means do the opposite of 2 groups instead of doing 2 groups. Okay, it's really not that hard. So you have negative X, and then you've got, whoops, yeah, you got 3 blue ones because you switched the sign. Instead of doing plus negative, okay, you just switch it back to positive. Okay, so that just means switch the signs of everything in the parentheses. So to make my life a little bit easier, oops, I did too many, didn't I? I'm going way too fast. My eraser's too big. Okay, I just have 2 groups of negative X plus positive 3. So again, why did I switch those colors? Because this negative sign, gotta change that, eraser size, way too big. This negative sign right here means switch those signs because you're doing the opposite, switch those signs. Okay, so the answer to the question, negative 2 times x minus 3 is equal to, look what you have, negative 2x plus, how many do you have here total? 6. All right, and that's the answer right there. All right, so again, hit pause and give that one a go right there, even though it's not like that one we did. It's like the ones we did 7 and 8 above. So hit pause and try that and come right back. Okay, here we go. I'm going to do the big unveil. I'll get my eraser, and so you should have drawn 3 groups of negative 3x plus 2. Here we go. So first group, there's one group of negative 3x plus 2. Here comes another group, negative 3x plus 2. So far that's negative 6x plus 4. And the last group. Alright, so count up your red x's, and the final answer is 3 times negative 3x plus 2 is equal to negative 9x plus 6. Voila! Easy. Okay, bring those notes to class because this is what we're going to do when I see you next.